Hi, hello, namaste, welcome back to Needs of Children. We are discussing about 8th standard English medium social science, in that economics chapter number 3, national income and sectoral aspects of Indian economy. In the previous session we get the information about small scale industries, importance of small scale industries and problems of small scale industries. So these are the important concepts we are discussed in the previous session. Let's come to in this session we are going to get the information about continued part of national income and sectoral aspects of the Indian economy. Agricultural distress causes and remedial measures. You have already noticed the importance of agriculture in the Indian economy. The large number of people depending on it for livelihood underscores the importance of its better performance sector. But agriculture is facing a severe crisis which is manifest in stagnation of rural areas, leading to mass migration and suicides by many farmers. We will briefly study the causes and remedies to distress. So let's come to what are the causes for agricultural distress. Many factors have reinforced each other to deepen the malady. The major causes of agricultural distress are, as we are going to get what are the causes for the agricultural distress. Number 1, uneconomic size of cultivated land holdings. A land holding refers to the area of land cultivated by a household. As the population depend on agriculture has increased, the holdings have been subdivided into smaller pieces. According to the Agricultural Census of 2011 and 12, small, that means 1 to 2 hectares, and marginal, below 1 hectares. Holdings together accounted for nearly 85% of all holdings. Further, the average size of holdings was just 1.16 hectares in 2011 and 12. It is not possible to take up any kind of development works on such small piece of land. The moderate methods of production cannot be conveniently adopted. As a result, the productivity is lower and farmers are becoming very poorer. So this is one of the major cause for the agricultural distress as an uneconomic size of cultivated holding. And the second one, high population pressure. With many workers working on small plots of land, the production and income per head are very low. Many small and marginal farmers also work as agricultural laborers for factory wages. So this is also somewhere become as one of the cause for the agricultural distress. And the third one, rain-fed farming and recurrence of droughts. Indian agriculture depends on rainfall, which is uncertain, erratic and inadequate. That is the reason rainfall in India, it is called as the gambling with the monsoon. The agricultural system, it is described as the gambling with the monsoon. So irrigation is provided to only 30% of agricultural land. That means 43 million hectares out of 143 million hectares of cultivated land. And rest of the area, about 70% of our agricultural land, it is depends upon the rainfall. It is said that our Indian agriculture is a gambling with monsoons. Thus, lack of irrigation and frequent droughts have impoverished the farmers. So third one of the major agricultural distress. And the fourth one, partial impact of the Green Revolution. The much talked about Green Revolution had a greater focus on rice and wheat under irrigated condition. It did not help the farmers in dry regions. The small and marginal farmers were unable to adapt the Green Revolution technology because of its costly nature. Therefore, large proportion of farmers continue to remain poor and backward. So this is one of the major drawback of agricultural distress. And the fifth one, decline in public investments in irrigation and other related infrastructure. The slowing down of agricultural growth is mainly attributed to the slowing down of public investment. Especially the decline in investment in irrigation has crippled the agricultural growth. And the sixth one, inadequate credit from institutional sources. Supply of credit from formal sources like banks and cooperatives to the agricultural sector has been inadequate, leading to greater borrowing from informal sources at higher interest rate. So even no one will not to come forward invest in agricultural fields. So that is these 2 points for the causes of agricultural distress. And at last, inability to get remunerative prices. Marketing of agricultural produce is plagued with numerous problems. The farmers do not get better prices. Payment is not made on time. And many deductions are made from the total bill, leaving very little returns to the farmers. The price support policy of the government has also not functioned well. So thus there are multiple risks in agriculture: income, yield, price, input, technology and credit that have made agriculture is less sought after job. Even though a farmer struggled to grow the crop and he struggled to bring that crop to market, finally he invested a maximum but he receives a very less. So that is also one of the major cause of agricultural distress. So let's come to the some of the remedies. What are the remedies to farm crisis? The causes of the crisis also point to the remedies, some of which could be: number one, increasing public investment. There is an urgent need to step up the government investment in drought proofing, water harvesting, research in new varieties of seeds, new cultivation methods that use less water and retain soil fertility, extension and training of farmers in adoption of efficient crop production practices. That is the first one, remedy to farm crisis. And the second one, expanding credit availability. The small and marginal farmers who hesitate to approach a bank or any financial institution should be ensured in a greater amount of credit. So any farmer is hesitate to approach a bank or a financial institution. So such kind of people, it has to be government only take initiative to providing the credit availability. And the third one, marketing reforms. Farmers should be guaranteed remunerative prices for their produce. For this purpose, markets and marketing infrastructure need to be strengthened. And the next one, crop insurance. An insurance scheme that covers the compensate the losses of farmers for all types of risks need to be put in place. Somehow it is a moral support for the farmers. And the fifth one, counseling and moral support is a very essential. There is a need to set up counseling centers at village level to provide moral support to distressed farmers so that they do not resort to extreme step of committing suicide. The next last, regulating private money lenders. Apart from the above, there is a need to regulate the activities of money lenders so that they do not oppress the poor farmers who have borrowed from them for various purposes. So these are some of the remedies. It has to be rectified and it has to be give the moral support. Somehow they have to be initiative has to be undertaken by the government only. So then only it is become as some of the remedies to farm prices. Those who are taken the initiative of save our country with providing the food, but we are not thinking about those who are providing our food, saving our food, but we forget providers of the food life, providing of the food life providers. So that we have to now government has to be take the initiative and public also involved to provide the moral support for the farmers. So these are remedies to farm crisis. So that's it about today's session. I hope you have understood what we are discussed till now. In case if you having any doubts related to the entire lesson of national income and sectoral aspects of the Indian economy, you can comment in the comment box. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.